time. Yes, let me just move some things around. Yes, there we go. There we go. All right.
Because like,
so this made me wonder. So let's let Hassan B explain the situation.
we're going to start off at the story where it originated, okay? Atrioc, he basically did a Twitch stream with his...
Atrioc, some streamer, never heard of him until this thing, but apparently he streams on Twitch and he's a person.
His wife, as
he's married.
Apologized crying for...
He's apologizing for looking at porn, and his wife is with him in the apology for some reason, because she has also been slighted by this perception. FC Neo Tokyo saying, yo, that's dope. What a dichotomy of discussion. Heavy topic on the one hand, love and united on the other. But hey, guys, fine balance, fine tiptoe line we walk here. But let's get into it.
Or getting caught on one of his like tabs as he browsed like deepfake websites.
By the way, tabs right up here, all those tabs. He showed his tabs in the screen, and it revealed that he was that he was on a deepfake pornography website, which that's his own business, right? But then he made his business public accidentally, seemingly. Was it purposeful? Was it accidental? Probably accidental, but
it's deepfake porn websites that he was looking at, specifically of 2 content creators. Okay, now it's an insane thing. It's an insane story. Like, it's an insane thing to do, because like, you're not just like a random guy. You know these people. You know what I mean?
So that's what's kind of weird. That's what's kind of weird on the surface, I think, for a lot of these people. So it's like, if you don't know the person, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna look up the celebrity, the Pam Andersons, the I don't know, the Kim Kardashians, the celebrities, right? But so it makes sense, and those people get deep faked onto porno. I think more often than not. In this situation, I've learned that women can take action and try and pay money essentially to get these images and videos taken down, which sucks that they have to do that. But that's the position they're being put in. It's another side. They get into it. There's so many layers to this. I wanted to talk about it.
These people are friends. The website has like a lot of the website, which
Tokyo, you like Hassan? Hassan's interesting. Hassan's very interesting, very liberal-minded person, somewhat socialist-minded, but he could be a little, what's the word? Double-edged, double standard, right? Because like, when it comes to, you know, he might have some sort of socialist tendencies. He certainly is absolutely capitalistic. The way he does content. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm doing what Hassan does. This is what Hassan does. He's made the content. I am now reacting to it. Am I adding to it? Yes. We're elevating it and bringing it to a new level. But that's what is done with content reaction. An interesting discussion I've seen with Dark Viper AU and the wider internet, along with Linus Tech Tips, because Linus Tech Tips just started a reaction channel. And Dark Viper AU is this GTA speedrunner, and he had some interesting things to say about Ludwig and Hassan B all doing reaction content way back in the day, and Pokimane all doing months ago. And now it's become a new thing, because here comes Linus Tech Tips with their own reaction channel. So let me see if they have the video up here. No, I don't see it. But let's go to Dark Viper AU. Dark Viper AU, because he had it up. Just, by the way, this is my ADHD mind. I'm just jumping all around here just to show you some of the things that's going on in the internet. But yeah.
And then, hey everyone, so most of you likely know that I made a series where I tried to argue for the position that reaction content harms everyone but the reactors themselves. Well, the series was successful.
Anyway, long story short, interesting aside with those two, between Hassan, Dark Viper AU, and React content. I thought I was interested in cool little content. Anyway, back to it.
Which is now taken down, which is why I have less of an issue talking about it at this point. Website's gone. All of the deepfake is taken down by the creator himself.
The deepfake creator put out a maybe he's trying to cover his ass, maybe he's trying, but he pulled down the site and he put out a half-hearted apology. Wait till you hear it.
But you know, Atriog is ex-Twitch employee, worked at Nvidia, works with Ludwig, and knows all of these people, including like very closely knows some of the people impacted, like Cutie, who was
Atriog knows Cutie, and that's Ludwig's girlfriend, and she was directly impacted by this, along with her good friend Maya, and how their faces were put on these porno actresses, and then it got blown up by this streamer Atriog to his audience, and then from there to everybody. And now it's a big thing. All these small-time celebrities having to deal with celebrity. These young people. So we'll continue with the story here.
Was on that website as well. And if you know anything about female content creators in this space, you know that like this is one of the millions of different ways that they are harassed, hounded, and violated regularly.
Right.
It is degenerate.
See, that's the main problem that a lot of us guys, we kind of want to protect our us good and fellas. We want to protect our ladies. We know they're gonna get that bullshit, but we're like, we're not trying to white knight. There's white knighting and then there's protection, and sometimes some people want to. All right, let's. What can we do to protect here? And he gets McHort and the Archduke himself checking in, saying hello, congrats, thank you, brother, thank you. It was awesome. It was fantastic. We had a great time. A little bit of family, a tiny family, a small amount of family there, and it was just amazing. And Jill and I, Miss Spinfire and I, had fun. The rest of it was amazing. We had a blast. It was so special, and we're very happy.
It's so degenerate to do. Yeah, he's one of Ludwig's best friends. Cutie made their wedding cake for fun.
So that's messed up. This Atriog is a buddy of Ludwig's, and he's looking at porn of Ludwig's girlfriend. That's a weird position to be in. You're famous, that your friends are famous, that they have fake porn being made about them. So it's like, is there a curious, morbid interest there, or is there something else there? This guy's married, so this is what's weird about this, a little bit. But I mean, men's interest in women, that should not be odd.
Fuck's sake. Exactly. Small nitpick out of respect for Cutie. Her likeness was on that site. Yeah, exactly.
Out of respect for Cutie. That's what's really weird about it, because this is supposed to be like a buddy. This guy ain't a buddy. This is a guy you have to probably cut from the friend group, because bros don't do that to bros, right?
Deepfake. It's not real, but it doesn't matter, because the entire purpose of a fucking deepfake, which technology has gotten very good now, is to make it seem like it's that person. They market it as that.
It is meant to be intended to seem like the person that is being simulated is the actress, or is the person, is the performer. That is the intentions of deepfake. But so what about the intention of it? Because it exists, right? And is it a problem because of this? Because is it a problem because streamers could be retrofitted onto porn? I don't think so. Is it a problem because it could be made to do horrible things and affect people's lives? Maybe.
This is the person. It's very fucked up. It's not consensual.
By the way, everybody, greatly appreciate you guys hanging out here on Spinfire. Taking the time to kick that like button helps get this type of content out to other people and generates conversation. Greatly appreciate it. Subscribe for more. Let's go.
It's very fucked up. Some websites take action against it, and I believe if you like genuinely get like, if you hire a legal team or you know, like a cybersecurity operation, if you have like people with know-how, they will actually immediately take action against it to take it down. Which there are some laws that exist around deepfake porn, and I think that it's understandable to treat it exactly like revenge porn. Let's be real.
That is a very interesting point that he brings up there. So revenge porn is people have they have abilities. They can do things with and go after people for revenge porn. There's at least some amount of something you can do with that. And so if this gets put into that category, that certainly changes it. And then it also changes the sites that are going to be having these types of material, because they're already probably really bad sites, and they're going to just get more and more sketchy into sketchier parts of the internet. You guys know how the internet works. It's darker and darker the deeper into the caverns you go. And sometimes when you look into the abyss looks back.
More deepfakes.
And when it blinks, you better fucking run.
Get better, the weirder it's going to get, for the record. For
Chat saying, not looking at commissioned.
For those of you who don't understand, there is no difference between Cutie Cinderella, Pokimane, Maya, anyone on the internet, and your mom, your sister, okay?
Okay, there is a difference. You're wrong. Hassan, you're wrong. 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 Here's why you're wrong. Our moms aren't famous. Our moms aren't on TV, on streams, trying to earn their keep by through their fame, through their fortune, through this digital platform. Most of our parents are not doing that. So there is some inherent risk when being in the public's eye. Me and my face being on here. I've actually been worrying about this very problem as over this past few months, as AI deepfake technology and AI technology in general has improved so vastly much. Take a look at my thumbnail. The image was generated by an AI image generator. It's just getting so good. And the things you could do with it are incredible. So, but because you're a celebrity, you are, for better or for worse, part of the public's understanding of reality. I don't know your Hassan B's mom, but I know Hassan. Because he's kind of a little famous. He's not really that famous in the grand scheme of fame, but he is far more fame than his mother, than my mother, than you know what I mean there. So fame is, of course, a burden, and with that burden comes some of these ugly things. And if this is some of the worst you have to deal with, is your picture being cut out and faked onto another, maybe there could be worse things, but still, there are psychological effects that I don't think we understand at play here. So this deep fake technology is truly new. It's brand new, and its effects and on a person's psychology have not been fully understood, have not been fully been studied. MLS on the Apple TV is live. We'll definitely talk about a little MLS on Apple TV Live as DPG. There's already a new soccer programming.
And deepfake technology can very easily just recreate your mom or your sister in a similar position. So if you cannot...
It would be fucked up, would it not? If you saw somebody uploaded a face, somehow got your parent or someone you loved on the internet in that position, or put them in a different type of video, any type of video, and they could put them in any type of context, not just pornography. And that's where the concern arises for this deepfake technology.
Comprehend celebrities as like real human beings. Try to empathize by thinking.
See, that's where he's correct, though. Where I'm saying they're celebrities and they're different. Oh, and they're not that they're held to a higher regard. It's they're subjected to a different bit of scrutiny. But where Hassan is totally correct. These people, they're people. They're people, and like I'm saying, they don't know the psychological effects of the, even ahead of Castro. I like Hassan for some of his opinions. He's willing to go out on a limb in some interesting respects. Don't agree with him everything, but that's everybody. I don't agree with everybody on everything. It's everybody's got interesting perspectives on this spaceship planet Earth.
Thinking, what would I feel if this was someone I love and someone I care about, someone.
And in some ways, for him, it is. It's got Cutie, one of his buddies' girlfriends. It's got people he cares about, Maya, being affected, who are now in like super negative headspaces because of this. I mean, surely they've dealt with worse things before. People send him horrific things, but this is a new level where they get to see themselves seemingly do awful nefarious things that they don't ever remember doing because they never did those things, but it's still fucking with their mind and possibly ways that we don't understand. So that's the interesting thing about this deepfake technology.
That is close to me, because there's no different. They are human beings just like your parents are. They're human beings just like your sister is. Okay. I think that a big part of the problem here with the way that people like approach this, with the way that people approach this story is like, what's wrong with that? And I've heard it so many
So yeah, I'm not certainly asking what's wrong with that. I'm not saying what's wrong with that. And I'm also not saying, oh, they're celebrity. They should be exposed. They should be that. They should have fake porn of them. They should be honored. I'm not saying that either.
Fucking times. And there's so much wrong with that. What the fuck do you mean? It's incredibly fucked up. And if you
DPG saying just like Nicole Ack didn't agree with Tokyo complimenting Ariola's wife. Like it's exactly, everybody's got an opinion. And everybody's disposition on planet Earth, for the most part, we're all agreeable. We all get it. And sometimes people misconstrue things. Sometimes people are also sometimes sensitive, more sensitive to certain topics. And also sometimes mistakes are made. Sometimes we're not exact in our language as we wish to be. And also sometimes we're more crass in our language because we want to try and elicit some type of humor or an emotion in another as some type of, jocular itch to scratch some sort of jocular itch, if you know what I mean, all you men and cool cats out there. But that happens. But there is a clear line that gets crossed sometimes, and we all know that line when we see it. And some people. And when only a few people see it crossed, maybe that line has not been crossed fully yet. But when everybody sees that line crossed, it's like something changes in the room. You know what I mean?
can't empathize because you just like literally have a part of your brain that isn't wired to see content creators as like real human beings. That's why I'm trying to help you understand it from a more personal perspective.
So Hassan's definitely coming from this perspective of, hey, he's part of the big time streamers. He doesn't want people he loves and cares for affected by this. So he's got to protect. I still am I'm still standing in the middle of the line here. Like, hey, on a smaller scale, the internet not involved, this type of thing happened. Would these people be feeling this hard felt about it? I don't think so. But because it is so public, because the impact is so ubiquitous, so widespread, so widespread felt, they feel it a little bit more. Also, they have to be a little bit more theatrical with it because, hey, well, that's what it is.
Yes, AI.
FC Neotoku say, "Dag."
Porn is considered an invasion of privacy, which is quite literally an intentional tort. These laws already exist. In situations, the placement of someone in a deep fake without their consent would be the type of conduct that's false light and invasion of privacy tort covers. There's no explicit law for AI porn, but make no mistake, it is still absolutely illegal. Yes, there.
Well, there's no okay, so what? There's no explicit law? I'm literally confused here. Like, this sounds like there is no explicit law at all. And this law does not, these laws don't already exist. So like this Marxist mistress, I think she's like wishful thinking. There's some wishful thinking here. Like, I wish it was this way because interpretation. DPG saying that we had a player on the fire, Dilly Duca. We had a lot of dudes that were biting on his sister, that were hitting on his sister on social media. That's gotta be weird. That's gotta be weird when your teammates and dudes and you see people publicly doing that and acting like super dang fools, because there's no way you're ever gonna get a chick like that. These freaking what is with those peeps?
There isn't enough case law around it so far, but it will be built. It's like when revenge porn websites used to exist.
See, revenge porn, that they have created laws. And maybe there are some laws within revenge porn that could help out here, but they might have to write additional ones, because at the end of the day, you do have some unconsented people here, people who've not provided consent for their image to go. But haven't they? They've provided consent by providing their image in a public setting, and now that image has been taken. So it's like, it's this weird catch-22, isn't it?
Exist all around the fucking nation. There was a very famous revenge porn website, if you recall, and now that shit is illegal. It's super illegal. It took some time, but it's obviously and understandably a violation. Anyone with more than 3.5 fucking brain cells recognizes it as such.
It's a violation.
Yeah,
something feels
entire
violated.
Thing started with Atrioc and apology.
Someone's making money off your image.
I've been reading so much fucking AI stuff. I'm reading all this fucking stuff about AI and fucking deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything. And I'm in
deepfake art, deepfake articles, deepfake dialogue, deepfake. These kids in high school and in elementary school are using ChatGPT to write entire paper. Basically, school don't even need it anymore. I've seen Neo Tokyo say, "Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take." That's totally true.
These fucking discords, and I just feel so embarrassing to me. But I was on fucking porn.
These tears seem theatrical.
Pornhub, dude. I was on a fucking regular ass normal fucking website.
The wife, theatrical. Like, first off, if you don't have a healthy enough relationship with your wife to tell her about the things you're looking at, she asks, problem. So either A, she is lying to us right now, and they both know that he looks at this kind of shit, right? They know he looks at this kind of shit, and they love each other, and she's got hers back, and that's what's happening here. Or B, she didn't know, and he not only has to be theatrical for the internet, but he has to be apologetically theatrical to her, who didn't realize, oh, this guy, he likes to look at porn. How dare he? If so, like, you could be puritanical about pornography, or you could be modern about pornography, or you could be extreme about pornography. There's all those and in between, right? But it exists nevertheless. And this guy, I hope that they're not pretending that it doesn't exist. I hope that they're upset that they violated a close friend of hers and his buddy's girlfriend, could be his future wife. Other people's. That's kind of, and if that's your buddy, it's like, yeah, it's kind of weird, dude. It's kind of weird. You're fantasizing about it's one of the things in the Bible, right? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
And there was an ad. There's an ad on every fucking video for this fucking. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every.
Other people must be clicking on it. But let's listen to this. Listen to spread the blame here. Listen to this. This is sociopathic. But listen to this.
And I just feel so embarrassing to me.
How? But he's gonna lay a truth. He's like confessing. You guys ever watch those criminal confessions? He's like, oh. he's doing some of these same things sometimes. It's very theatrical.
But I was on fucking Pornhub, dude. I was on a fucking.
Well, there's honesty there. Okay, he's on Pornhub.
Regular ass normal fucking website.
Regular ass Pornhub this time.
And there was an ad. There's an ad on every fucking.
And it led him to not so normal website.
Video for this fucking. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every.
I know other people must be clicking on it. He knows. He could have been the very first person that ad was served to. But he's saying he knows other people must be clicking it. He's suggesting like in his bandwidth, in his area, in his age range, and like whatever the bandwidth that and Google engine sucks up all your information and knows, like, oh, that's what this guy, this bandwidth, this what is it, this call sign, the numbers for all your internet stuff, this IP address is really into this stuff. So let's serve up an ad designed to get them.
Every fucking video for fucking deepfake thing, and then
I've seen Neo Tokyo agreeing with me, I think, saying, I like to process a sex positive kind of life. Right? Like, you know, it's because, well, I've seen Neo Tokyo. I just know you gotta, when you got a good partner, you got something special, right?
It's not his girlfriend, that's his wife.
Click it, and I'm fucking.
Thank you for the clarification there, Hassan.
In this fucking rabbit hole, and at 2 a.m.
So is he confessing once again for her, or does she already know this? Does she already know this because he's confessed to her A, off camera, or B, because they've talked about and they're open, they're open in their sex life and some of this stuff, right? When they have a sex positive type of relationship, right?
I don't know. I got morbidly curious and I clicked something, and I it's just fucking it's gross. It's gross, and I'm sorry. I really am. I really fucking am.
Why is it gross? First off, porno is gross, but it's also porno, right? It ain't exactly, you know, it ain't exactly like washing the dishes, like a freshly washed dish. Every set's hygienic, has hygiene issues at some point, right? But such is life. And is this guy being realistic about this, or is this being theatrical?
And I'm sorry. I really am. I really fucking am.
Who's he sorry to? Is he sorry to her? Is he sorry to Cutie and Maya? Is he, which, you know, if he's open up with her, if he's open with her, he hasn't slighted her as much, and I'm just guessing, oh, maybe if they aren't as open, then he has slighted her. But Cutie, the victims here are seemingly the kind of the girls he was targeting in the search engine, like in the search box, right? He's looking at Cutie, he's looking at Maya, and he knows those people. It's kind of weird. It's like being able to go onto Facebook and to see people you know in those types of positions. Do you really want that power? Do you really want to open up that Pandora's box? Some of us can handle it, and some of us cannot. Now, here's the other issue. Was him not handling it because he exposed it? Got accidentally exposed? So this wasn't purposeful. This was accidental. This whole thing's a little weird. Because, I mean, he knows them. But at the same time, I mean, we're talking about porn. Girls. Hot girls, right? For a guy, it's like, hot girl, click. Why is everybody else allowed to sell it? Or allowed to do it, or to sell it in a way, but certain people. You got Budweiser out there. You got all the freaking biggest avatars. They're all willing to do this type of very same thing. This deepfake technology. Maybe not on a pornography thing, but they're more than willing to deepfake someone's face on another face. This has opened up a can of worms in a way. Because what's really going on there? What's really being manipulated at the end of the day? The image or the viewer?
It's not, I just really want to get across. It's not like a fucking pattern of behavior. And I don't know what I want to say or not. But
the thing is, like,
it's not a pattern of behavior. Is that what's getting? Is he saying that to his wife, or is he saying that to us?
And I don't know what I want to say or not. But
the thing is, like, he like literally paid for it. That's what makes it fucking insane, in my opinion. He like clicked through an ad and went.
Whoa!
I really am. I really fucking am. It's not
okay. Okay. We have Houston. We have a problem. He paid for it. He paid for it. That's a little weird. That's paying for sex work, which is weird. That transaction took place. There was a transaction. It was transactional. This is weird.
I just really want to get across. It's not like a fucking pattern of behavior. And I don't know.
The line gets crossed, I think, when it becomes transactional.
What I want to say or not. But
the thing is, like, he like literally paid for it. That's what makes it fucking insane, in my opinion. He like clicked through an ad and went to a commission, like a self-submit commission website where they do stuff like this. The guy has now taken it down, which is why I'm not.
So he commissioned it. He asked for it.
I'm a little bit more comfortable talking about this, and the reason why I didn't cover it yesterday, hopefully that
he
is
asked for his friends.
made.
That's a creepo. That's a guy you just toss out of your friends group, right?
clear, likely a matter of numbers. I don't think it's likely that the internet masses will truly empathize with any streamer or public figure, but once these tools disseminate and people start doing it to people they know, it'll spread.
FC Neo Tokyo saying, wait, weird. You should always pay for sex work. The fact he knows the people makes it weird. Yes, that see, like, it's not weird he's looking at porn. It's not weird that he's paying for porn. It's weird that he knows them and he paid for it. It's a little weird. A little weird. And he has a wife. I don't know how down the wife is gonna really be with that.
And become an issue that gets addressed. I get that these streamers are people too, but most viewers aren't seeing it like that until it actually affects someone close to them, which is why I was trying to fucking reduce it to something that people can understand. Like, it's wild if you're a streamer and you normalize this kind of behavior or say that this kind of behavior is normal, especially because, like, these are your coworkers, these are your peers, these are people that you love and appreciate and want to protect, and you should recognize that. Like, obviously, it's
right. So you should also night up, regardless. Don't just throw out all the nuance. And just be a soldier. Just be a soldier. No, you gotta think deeper, everybody. Let's continue to process.
more understandable if you're a degenerate Coomer fucking fan who's a psychopath who doesn't see the streamer as a human being, which is why I'm trying to, like, literally reduce it back to, hey, these are humans, that they are.
Right. So they are humans, and humans deserve great treatment. But reality also exists. And reality is not ideal society. Hassan. A lot of socialists love to live in the ideal, love to exist in and to aim for the ideal. I aim it at a certain point, pessimism and can take sway onto those types of people throughout time and change their feelings as they understand the way the world works is a little bit differently than what is idealistic and best for the world. What's best for the world doesn't seem to happen. What would be best for human society doesn't seem to happen, or it doesn't seem to be possible to attain because of the array of factors that is humanity and is the human condition. Whoa, we got heavy.
They're being filmed like they're doing sex work when they're not there. They're not involved. It's unconsensual and complete violation of their privacy. It's totally fucked up. And
I just realized I might have to turn off monetization for this one because sex work is being mentioned.
I think that it says a lot about people that want to, browse through that kind of thing. There's a reason why QD went live.
And being realistically discussed, which it's not often realistically discussed.
And demonstrated courage to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It absolutely takes courage to talk about all courage to QD. She went on there bawling and crying her eyes up, but truly explaining the situation and it as coherent as she could, effectively too.
Talk about it, you know what I mean? Because it basically humanizes it shows you the real legitimate human impact that things like this have on the legitimate humans that are being impacted by it. Like, there's
beyond the minor celebrity, these are people. They are people. We don't know the real effects of this shit and how powerful it could be, seeing what looks like yourself doing something that you don't remember doing. It'd be very jarring.
Reason why it is fucking seen as a violation, and especially if you're a dude, it's gonna be,
and you've been violated. They have been violated.
Be really hard for you to understand this. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to. You're gonna be like, I wouldn't care if someone made me into a fucking porn star having sex with women or whatever.
I think that would be true for some of you, and I think it would be not true for some of you as well. And that's okay, right? And the people that don't want it, they shouldn't have to deal with it. But unfortunately, they are having to deal with it.
Ever, because you don't have to go through the same, like,
once again, ideals versus reality.
in every step of your life. So it is almost impossible if you're not interested in recognizing the humanity behind the people who are victimized by this, you're not going to see it. You're just not going to understand it. I don't care, dude. Like, what the fuck? It's literally, you just won't see it, especially because you don't see the other things involved in this. You don't see the everyday harassment that female content creators go through. I say this all the fucking time. People say I'm a simp or whatever.
True.
But it's like, ultimately, like,
you don't see what these female creators get texted or not texted, but get sent in their situations all the freaking time. It's true. We don't.
Harassment, death threats, stalking that I endure as a large content creator who is a leftist usually still pales in comparison to the harassment that is so normalized, cyber stalking and hypersexualization that is so normalized for every female content creator. They don't have to be fucking Pokemon for this. They can literally be a random girl on the internet with no followers whatsoever, and they still oftentimes go through this. It is like a universal experience. Okay.
You got girl parts. These crazy weirdos are chasing after you sometimes.
Okay, straight up. I'm telling you this as a person who is in this space, and many men in this space who also are being honest about it will explain it to you as well. It's just, I don't know how else to say it. Like, you have to take my word for it.
I've been worried about deepfake. I've been thinking about it. It's been a concern of mine, and how much my face is out there that, some fucking person who just does not like me could take my face, take my voice, alter it, put out a clip that I have never been a part of or done that might affect my life, that I'm going to have to deal with the repercussions of. That this mysterious stranger now is because they decided to fuck with the person, like, or with me or them or these. So that's the real cost of this. That's why this is so fucked up. And we're entering the crest of a wave that's about to crash over content creators and make a lot of people question whether or not this type of shit that we're going to be having to deal with truly makes this stuff worth it. It's going to be a question a lot of streamers and content creators are going to have to ask themselves. I don't see how this stuff goes away. Not without some type of legislation anyway. Maybe it gets put under a revenge porn and that degree, but at a certain point it's like, is it though? Because these are public people. They put their faces out there purposely. Our faces are out here, right? Did we, by putting our faces out there, make this unwritten handshake that our image is now publicly out there so it could be done with by these people that we do not know or have influence or control over, and they could use and manipulate our images, our voice, our sounds? Crazy place we're in, because it's always been a feature of film that you could do that, but now with technology and film, you're able to do and make people say things that, maybe they would otherwise not say, and cause and stir things and emotions that might otherwise not be stirred, or maybe they're incorrect to be stirred and maybe they're correct. It's going to be really, to me, we're entering some sort of weird Brave New World territory right now before our eyes, because it really feels like this wave is crashing down. So right now, so many people in tech were just laid off. In addition, it's just replaced by AI. AI is coming for a lot of people's jobs, it seems. I mean, it could write scripts for entire movies. It could write books. It just needs, minor tweaking, a little editing here and there, and they're cohesive. We're dangerous
for it. Like, even if I
definitely a dangerous time.
Don't personally care if people deepfake shit of me, I totally understand how it
So right here, see, Hassan just said. So if you deepfake Hassan's face on some guy, and he's just going at it with something, he don't care. He could let it slide off the skin, but that's Hassan. He's not going to worry about it. That's some people. And there's other people who are going to be very affected by it and very bothered by it.
One, impacts female content creators differently. And two,
yes.
I understand why people would not consent to it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anyway, on a live stream Monday, Ewing
I
inadvertently
absolutely get what you're saying, Hassan.
showed browser windows open to a website that hosts non-consensual AI-generated images. The windows showed that he was viewing images of an account of someone who specialized in making deepfakes of popular streamers. Viewers of the stream caught the leak and screenshotted the site, then shared the site, images from it, and names of the women who were deepfake. Basically every female content creator in this space, by the way. As first reported by Dexerto, Ewing said during his Monday stream in a tearful, now viral apology that he clicked on an ad. Viral apology. Dexerto, Ewing said, reported by Dexerto, Ewing.
So does everybody call Dextero? Is it Dextero or Dextero?
Said during his Monday stream in a tearful, now viral apology that he clicked on an ad for deepfake porn while browsing Pornhub. The ad took him to another subscriber-only website, he said, where he paid to view the images of popular female streamers. He said he was driven by morbid curiosity and that his watching non-consensual porn is not a pattern of behavior. His wife, cosplayer Ariana Ewing, sat in the background.
That it's watching non-consensual porn is not a pattern of behavior. So his wife is a cosplayer. Just gonna let that sink in. So his wife dresses up like video game characters and book characters and movie characters and actresses and things of that nature, or creatures. Takes pictures of it and distributes it. So I got a feeling he's into that, right? He's into seeing these weird, he's into seeing girls appear as characters that are not them. Get what I'm saying? So I wonder if he looks at other girls and how that affects their relationship and how they go about that. Interesting. Like, once again, what do they have, a sex positive relationship, or do they, what's going on there?
Of the stream.
And then once again, sometimes you don't want to ask questions, you don't want to ask actually find out the answers. You know, do you kink shame, kid? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sex positive.
Right. At the time of the writing, the deepfake creators page on the site Ewing used has been scrubbed of deepfakes and now hosts a long apology to streamers that describes the non-consensual fake sex tapes as immoral.
Tokyo saying, don't kink shame. No! No! Don't kink shame. Let everybody be into what they're into. As long as it ain't hurting anybody.
This is part of the reason why I am talking about it right now.
Right? I mean, it's on. I don't even know how to phrase that. Let's just back away. Just don't kink shame.
Because at least like this is one of the websites, the main website that is like, you know, gone. To be quite honest, if I wanted to continue this, what I got was the best advertisement I could ever ask for. But after seeing the situation of that couple apologizing and a few streamers' reactions who I thought did not care, I feel like a total piece of shit.
But I think you could totally think shit's weird. There's a lot of weird shit that you don't have to be into. You could think is weird. Fuck yeah.
Shit that I am. The best course of action I have understood is to just wipe my part
There's a lot of shit that you could probably be into. People think is weird too. That's the thing. Wide ass spectrum.
Off the internet and help decrease the number of future videos of those involved. You will not see me pop up again. Ewing claimed in the apology streams chat that he wasn't watching videos of anyone he knows, according to screenshots, but his actions, carelessness on stream, and public apology have brought more unwanted attention to the streamers seen in the leaked screenshots. Many observers described his tearful apology and the entire situation as strange and absurd, with some even wondering what the big deal was in the first place. That is...
I think the girls' reactions have made it worse. I think if they all just went, who cares? If every single one of the girls, if everybody single affected literally went, who cares? It would have already been dead. The story might have been dead. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's, sometimes people respond like that and that can kill it, right? Like, this stuff existed, and I think it still will exist beyond what's happening here. Now more people are actually aware of it now, I think.
What I want to make sure people understand.
Now Pornhub knows there's a market for it.
People legitimately don't recognize this as like a big deal. It is a problem. Of course it's a problem.
And think about that. That's a danger. They're going to make money off it, or something's got to happen. And then again, your clicks will determine that, right? They won't make that content happen if you don't click it.
problem. You're violating a human being's like consent by making it seem like they're doing something that.
That's the weird thing. Very weird thing about this deepfake shit.
They did not do, making them portraying them in a sexual act. It's fucking insane.
In any act, in doing anything, you could have Hassan B signing the treaty of 1945, and it's like, no, but people are gonna see it like, oh, was Hassan there in 45? It's just like, this type of shit this fuckery is just that, fuckery, and we're having to deal with it, and it's is the dealing with it like, no, or is dealing with it like, oh shit, how do we spot it? How do we get it out? Or how do we kill it? That's another thing. Like, do we just stop this type of stuff? Think about it. Like, this is a Pandora's box that's just continuing down a weirdly expanding rabbit hole. This technology has only gotten better. Look at those weird the VTubers who are like, it could be a guy, but he has like a cartoon girl figure over him, because you know that's what he feels like, right? Whatever, more power to him. But that is what we're talking about here. Like, that's also a deep fake in a way. That's all deep fake, and all that technology is getting better. How do we go about embracing the good and the power of that technology while improving it? And is there going to be negative human costs that are going to be associated with it that are inevitable? And is it idealistic of us to not expect those costs to occur, or to try and legislate those flaws away?
That people have to understand that this is not a real. I can't.
It's not a real issue, because this has been going on for as long as celebrities have existed. There have been, the face of a celebrity has been the first image. The first thing ever created by a human hand was probably pornography, guys. It was probably a girl's body. It was probably boobs or something like that. Think about it. Caveman. Do I gotta look this up for you guys to prove this? Oldest caveman art is pornography. Let's see if that's a thing. Yes, of course. Of course. Top flight archaeologists have unearthed a 35,000-year-old figurine cut out of mammoth ivory by prehistoric Germans, depicting a woman with enormous breasts. Porn has existed since time immemorial. With humans, have coexisted with humans since time immemorial. And are these streamers being realistic about this, or are they right about the consent of their image, or is the fact that their image already publicly available? Does that condemn them to having to deal with this type of issue for indefinitely?
I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know how to explain to people that need to learn how to empathize in these situations. But the reason why I'm making this, the reason why I'm explaining it in the way that I am, for those of you who still don't understand it, is specifically because you might not view these people as human beings, but they're still human beings. And this kind of technology could absolutely impact you and your family members, loved ones.
And not just impact you visually, seeing things, but impact you psychologically in ways you might not really conceive of right now. Right? Imagine seeing yourself, it's your face, and all of a sudden you see yourself hitting a home run to win the World Series. It's like, all right. Or you see an image of you doing something that you don't approve of. Your face put on some sort of actor, performer, doing something that you don't approve of. And think about how that might make you feel. That's where these streamers are. That's where a lot of course, celebrities are, who have had to deal with these types of things ever since celebrity, basically. You know, they've been making little porno magazine jokes of celebrities, knockoffs, people who look like celebrities in pornos all the time.
Ones that you have that are women, okay? Your mom, your sister, your girlfriend, whoever the fuck. So trust me, it is unethical. It is insane that people don't recognize that, but I will explain it regardless, okay?
I don't know how it's unethical to not understand it, but maybe maybe it is unethical, and he's hoping you understand it, that he's making that claim. Okay. Hassan makes these weird it's sometimes I can't. Sometimes I just can't with Hassan, and sometimes I can.
Explain it regardless, okay? The issue is there are multiple different issues here. You know what I mean? Most of it is still derived from, obviously, patriarchal constructs, the rampant objectification of female bodies, no matter where the fuck they are, the unconsensual objective.
Is that right? Is that wrong? We've had some little Discord stuff talking on Spitfire too. I think about the female body and kind of what Hassan's talking about here.
Of female bodies.
The objectification of the female bodies. And is that right or is that wrong? I think it's, wouldn't it be okay to praise somebody or to compliment them? But when is a compliment turn into something not a compliment and turn into something crass or negative? And what was once positive now becomes negative. I wonder.
No matter where the fuck they are, the unconsensual objectification of women's bodies, their likeness. It's
who objectively decides that line.
Gross. This is one component out of the thousands of other ways that this impacts female content creators in this space, as well as every other space, really. Not just content creation, but just in general. Cutie Cinderella talked about it. Ewing knows several of the women who are allegedly targeted by the deepfakes creator, like streamer Cutie Cinderella personally. Some of the women have spoken out about how Ewing's actions and admission affects them. In a live stream,
I think I'd probably feel differently about this if I directly knew the people that were affected by this, just like Hassan does. I would be more mad. I'd be more upset. I would want to do more what Hassan is. So because I'm more removed from the situation, I see it a little differently. But it's like FC Neo Tokyo saying, when you post a pic and say someone's stacked, is that a compliment or is that negative? Are you saying that, oh, they have big boobs, but you're saying they're stacked, which means, wow, they have awesome big boobs. Like in a guy sense, it's positive. Like to your bros, it's construed as, oh, wow, look at that. She's got great knockers. But like, what is it really past that? What information is really being transmitted? Is value? Some people are saying, oh, is that where you are attributing her value is only to that? And it's like, no, but that just happens to be a feature I have that you, the observer, have noticed and called attention to. Doesn't mean that she is merely defined, or he or she is merely defined by that characteristic. It's merely one that you have noted. And in the finite amount of time that we have available to us, you've brought attention to. And some people get upset with that. Like, oh, they think that we have more time to bring more attention to talk more about these things. So like, with more time, be more precise with your language, be more exact, be more positive. And some people are like, well, I am doing it in my own way, just not in the way you think it is. So it becomes this weird obfuscation of subjectivity, objectivity.
On January 30th, Cutie Cinderella said, although confidence might tell her not to go live, she wanted people to see the toll the situation has taken on her. This is what it looks like to feel violated. This is what it looks like to feel taken advantage of. This is what it looks like to see yourself naked against your will being spread all over the internet, she said. Obviously.
But you weren't. Okay, whoa. Okay, so once again, I'm dealing with the logical arguments here. This is what it's like to see yourself naked against your will being spread all over the internet. Okay, so I'm nitpicking at this sentence here, but it's not you naked. It's somebody else naked. It's merely your face pasted upon the naked performer. But it looks like seeing yourself naked. And it's being spread all over the internet. So like, you see what I mean? Like, now I'm asking them to be more precise with their language. How dare I? When they're the victim here and they're having to deal with the truly horrible impacts that we aren't having to deal with right now. Like the unseen consequences of this bullshit that she truly should not have to deal with. She doesn't deserve that. She's a nice lady. She's a nice person. doesn't deserve this type of stuff. She doesn't deserve to have to deal with this, to have to feel these feelings, to have to feel, to have to deal with these negative emotions that have been lobbed her direction. That she had no, you know, but that's everybody. We all have to deal with things, but she's having to deal with some crazy shit. It's unfortunate, and I hope that she's able to weather the storm and come out stronger, with strong, stronger social armor, because that's what a lot of this is. That's why Hassan's able, you know, he has strong social armor. He's able to take the slings and the arrows, so to speak. Where Cutie is, she's gonna need a little time to recover from this, but that's not a flaw on her part at all. It's merely the fact that she's down to deal with some horrible shit here. And maybe Hassan's been in a place where he's had to deal with some horrible shit in the past, where it's made him stronger and able to deal with this type of horrible shit. There's this Chicago song, feeling stronger every day. Getting stronger every day. I love it. It's a great tune. Very positive, very uplifting. And maybe another thing, One Piece. I would prescribe some One Piece. It's super uplifting. Overcoming this type of negative bullshit, saying no to the obvious to the obvious bad, and saying yes to the good and to friendship, and because we're the best of friends.
Yourself naked against your will being spread all over the internet, she said. Obviously, we're all major Cutie defenders on this stream. I love Cutie Cinderella. She's a wonderful, brilliant human being. She's awesome. Yeah, it's just you don't want to see them sad. You know what I mean? Even if you have no like personal experience or personal relationship with the people that you are watching demonstrate that they're hurt by this, you should, you know, understand that these are human beings, okay? These are people that are out there putting themselves out there, sometimes takes a major mental toll. It fucks up their lives in really meaningful ways that just want to entertain you. Fuck H-Rock for showing it to 1,000 people. Fuck the people DMing me pictures of myself on that website. Fuck you all. This is what it looks like. This is what the pain looks like.
She's hurting.
Said, it should not be a part of my job to have to pay money to get the stuff taken down.
It's not a part of your job to have to pay money to get the stuff taken down. You didn't have to do that, and more is going to pop up. I'm unfortunate. I'm sad to report, Cutie. But this is where it gets tough, because now we're good. She's a good lady, good person. So not nice.
It should not be a part of my job to be harassed, to see pictures of me nude spread around. She went on to address the person who made the website selling the deepfakes, vowing to sue them. I promise you with every part of my soul, I'm going to fucking sue you, she said. That's all I have to say. And that website already has been taken down. The creator immediately took down all of the deepfakes. Most states in the U.S. have laws against non-consensual sexual material, but only in California, Virginia, and Texas, specifically, deepfakes are named. Even with laws in place that penalize people who make and spread malicious deepfakes, getting recourse as a victim can be extremely difficult. How does that law work? I mean, if the creator is in... Okay, let me just explain something, okay? This is how this works, okay? This is new. It's new tech, which is why the law hasn't caught up to it yet. Just like I told you in the case of revenge porn, originally, revenge porn was not seen as illegal, even though it absolutely was. And it took a long time for it to become literally illegal. And now it's illegal in every state. Everybody knows revenge porn is illegal, okay?
And should this qualify as revenge porn? Maybe.
Disseminate it, you distribute it, you are going to get punishments for it. New York man indicted in depraved deepfake of online sex scheme may have targeted dozens of women.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should this be classified as revenge porn, or is this something different?
All the women, what do you mean all the girls that had attended MacArthur High School believed that Patrick Carey was the person altering and posting their images and contact information? There you go. 20-year-old Long Island man was indicted for allegedly...
Now, think about this. If this happens on like in a high school, first of all, it becomes a crime. I think it becomes pretty criminal at that point. But also, think about so not just the celebrity of this, now they're talking about beyond celebrity. Let's go down to local level. Let's go down to macro. This actually becomes a super problem when we zoom down to this level. When you got college campuses and schools having to deal with this, I think that at that point, maybe criminal action should possibly, or at least you should be able to prosecute or you know, right? Something should be able to be done. So maybe it does slide into the revenge porn category. Tokyo is saying yes, it should be revenge porn. And
taking photos.
when you put it in that type of context, when you remove the celebrity aspect, yes, it definitely then I guess people can treat it differently because there's different expectations of celebrity. But when you take it and you make it that level, put it down just to human level, it's like, whoa.
Photos from social media accounts of more than a dozen women when they were in high and middle school, altering them to make them sexually explicit.
Nope, you can't.
And posting them on a.
Now we're dealing with some super fucked up shit. You are taking pictures of people's faces. Guys, this is fucked up.
Pornographic website. You should be fucking used to it. You're a woman. They're not even women. These are girls too. Okay, well they're women now, but they were girls from when they were when those photos were fucking made. Yeah, you be used to it. It's just the reality of being a woman on the internet. Like, what do you mean? There is no fucking.
What do you mean? It is not.
What kind of fucking?
This is about being targeted by a psychopath.
Deep brain, dumb caveman shit is this, bro? How can you control the spread of deepfake porn be realistically enforced? What do you mean? At the distribution level, it's always the same way. You just got to cut it off at the distribution. You can't do anything about it. Unlike Revenge and CP, you can't trace it down to who filmed the video. Wait, what do you mean? Oftentimes people don't get caught because they filmed the CP. They get caught because they're distributing it or even having it on their computers. And you definitely can figure out who made the fucking AI porn. So you're wrong about that too. But yeah, you literally make it illegal to distribute it. You make it illegal to distribute deepfake AI. And like, this is a perfect story because it shows that like this kind of predation doesn't just happen to content creators. It doesn't just happen to content creators. It happens to women all the time. And it's not even just this. It's not even just like deepfake AI. It's just another technological achievement that's being used to be fucking creepy and gross and put women into non-consensual sex acts that they did not fucking consent to put out there. Do you understand? Just
Yeah, good point, Hassan.
Every new fucking avenue of tech will be weaponized this way. You know what I mean? It's just the unfortunate reality, but that doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's okay. And you shouldn't defend it. Like, even the fucking guy who made money off this shit was like, yeah, this was really fucked up. Sorry. And there are still chatters who are like, nah, King, you should keep posting. You know what I mean? We literally think about deepfakes as like a meme right now, but anyone and everyone is going to get deepfaked at a certain point. I mean, I get deepfaked into shit all the goddamn time. It's like funny memes, well, whatever, haha. But this is going to have societal implications. You know what I mean? This is people being put in compromising situations with AI getting.
And that's what I've been saying. This is societal riling complications that is introducing, and it's becoming more regular, and it's fomenting some bad negativity that we're going to have to deal with.
Better and better with voice, you know, AI voice getting better and better. You're going to have political people. You're going to have other random individuals like get destroyed, eviscerated. People already like fake tweets and stuff to try to get people fired. You hate that, right? Now, welcome to a world where they could just like fake you in a situation where you're not actually in. And if you can comprehend how scary that is, okay, if you can comprehend how scary that is, then you should be able to at the very least understand how awful and weird it is that like, you know, female streamers are put in this position. You get it?
Yep, we get it. Great chat with Hassan. Greatly appreciate him adding a lot of nuance to our conversation. What is a pretty hard topic to discuss.